It's another glorious afternoon here in the city of Chicago, Illinois. We're back with you here from Kerrywood Cubs Field. It's the second installment of the Chicago Cubs Nike RBI High School Summer League Baseball Game of the Week. We got a good matchup on tap for you. Jones Prep at 1-1-1 against 2-1 Horner Park. Hi everyone, Captain Malater with you. Thanks for stopping by. We got a great doubleheader, another fun matchup coming up right after this one around 2 o'clock local time. But this is a Horner Park team that looks to increase their ranks in the league standings. Let's take a look at them right now. Horner Park, as you can see, they're in a tie for 7th place, down at 2-1. They're tied with Lincoln Park, a game out of first place. And who is everyone trailing? The WC Wildcats, who are 3-0 entering play today. That Wildcat team, by the way, you're going to see later on today as they take on Von Steuben in the second leg of our Windy City Sports Network Game of the Week doubleheader. So we have a great game on tap for you. We got a fun special guest coming up for you later on in this broadcast. Stay with us. You're watching the Cubs Nike RBI Summer League on the Windy City Sports Network. Welcome back, top of the first inning here from Kerrywood Cubs Field. Renzo Sansonetti stands in. Way to go. Against Horner Park's Aiden Rodriguez. The right-hander fires the runner away with a fastball for a strike. Horner Park 2-1, Jones Prep 1-1-1. Horner trying to get back in the mix in that top of the table categories. That fastball misses inside. We saw Jones Prep last week in the opening game of the Game of the Week. Sansonetti in that one against Lincoln Park. 0 for 2 with a walk, but he cracks this one in the air to deep left center field. Long run, and the catch is made out there for out number 1. Tough play out there with the sun being a factor here early, but the catch was made for out number 1. So if one gone here. In steps Adrian Toledo, class of 2027. Third baseman takes a strike.
Okay, cool. Thank you. Thank you for your help.
That one misses high. So you'll also Wade came off the bench in that one. That one misses. No score, only one out here in the top of inning number 1. Swinging a line drive in left field. That's down for a base hit. Coming over to play the line there and doing a nice job cutting it off out there in that corner to prevent extra bases. But Toledo has the first hit of this ball game. So if one out and the runner on first base, here's Ellis Alexander. He's the catcher today. misses just off the corner. Alexander last week against Lincoln Park. Did not play in that one. Makes that one down and away. Alexander, Cubs Nike RBI All-Star, going into his senior year here at Jones College Prep. 1-0. This is down from Rodriguez. Catcher, outfielder. Bats and throws from the right side. 3-0 home. That's downstairs for a walk. So after the fly out to center field, the 2 and 3 hole men for Jones Prep reach base. And that'll bring up the first baseman for Jones. There's De Weekersloff. He had a really solid day at the plate against Lincoln Park last week. Reached base twice, only grounded out the one time, included a single and a run scored. He stole home as well. Rodriguez gets a fastball in there for a strike. Huge for the confidence there. Toledo on second, Alexander on first. Only one out here in the top of the first. Jones Prep trying to break the scoring seal in this one. Swinging a line drive, sinking left field. It's caught on the run. Throw back to second base. It gets away. Toledo will stay put there, so there's 2 gone. Nice catch on the run there out there in left field, and the throw came back in plenty of time. And now there's 2 away here. Henry Kujawa, class of 2027. His time is called. Well, they're having a discussion over there along that first base line. One of the assistants on this Jones Prep team, currently kind of partially being blocked by that pole right there. I think that might be asking for the courtesy runner for Alexander, who's the runner on first base. So 2 away now. Jawa the hitter. Fastball taken there for a strike. There's a strike. And it's 0-2. Jawa didn't play last week against Lincoln Park. He's playing center field today for Jones Prep. Toledo on second, Alexander on first. 2 away here in the top of the first. Rodriguez fires with the hands and dumps that one down into the first base dugout. Stays alive. Clifford, the second baseman, on deck. Back for a second and safe there. That one misses high. Munoz Rivera due up for Horner Park in the bottom of the first. 1-2. Just got a piece of it off the inside part of the bat. Rodriguez trying to get out of it without allowing a run. He set the 1-2. That one misses high. Three balls, 2 strikes the count. On the way, both runners go. The pitch is taken for strike 3 called. So a nice job by Rodriguez getting out of the jam. We're going to the bottom of the first. No score here on the Windy City Sports Network. Welcome you back here to Kerrywood Cubs Field. No score here in the bottom of the first inning. Yeah, Condi ready, and he Misses that one upstairs. For a ball. Lefty ready. Here's the next offering. Swing a fly ball into center field. Kujawa underneath it. And he makes the catch for out number one. That was Justice Hernandez at the plate there for Horner Park. And now I'll bring up Jeremy Munoz, playing first base today. His first licks here at the Jones Prep left-hander. Lefty here. Saw Conley last week as a hitter. Playing first base. He gets a cut and a miss there for strike one. Conley going into his junior year of high school at Jones Prep. He's a switch hitter, by the way, and we'll see him do up second in the Jones Prep top of the second innings. That one misses away. You don't often see a switch hitting pitcher. That's the case here. One of the positions he plays besides on the bump is first base, which we saw him last week. So hitting Anthony Rizzo as his favorite player. Running joke of Rizzo pitching is that he's the greatest relief pitcher of all time. He didn't allow a run his first couple of outings as a reliever in some of those blowouts that you'll see a position player coming in to pitch. 1-2. Swinging another fly ball to center field. This should be relatively easy, and it is for the second out. So Lucas Rivera will try to keep the inning alive here for Horner Park. Avoid a quick first inning. Saw Jones Prep put up a couple of base runners on first via single and walks. They were unable to capitalize on the early scoring chance. Lefty to righty. Southpaw deals. Swinging a line drive down the left field line, but it's foul. Just got out in front of a slow curveball, and he just yanked it a little bit too out in front of that one. And it's 0-1. John Piper on deck. Ball one home. That one misses just below the knees. As the count evens out. Straight up positioning for the defense with two away and no one aboard. Outfielders slightly playing the pull side. Ball one. Swinging a ground ball. That is a foul ball just outside the bag at third. It's 1-2. You're going to have to go collect that baseball as it bounced back into fair territory. All the way down near the 327 sign out there in the left field corner. One, two. Pitch in the dirt. Is ball two. Two. Missed inside, slow curve. Two flyouts to center field to start the inning. As Rivera's done a nice job working this back into the hitter's count. 3-2. That one misses downstairs, and it's a walk with two away. Great plate appearance there by Lucas. Went down early. On the way, that misses downstairs. This is John Piper, left-handed hitter. play all sorts of parts of the field. For this Horner Park side, he's up 2-0. Runner on first. Runner goes, pitch misses away, throw down, skipped in there by Alexander. And safe there with the stolen bases, Lucas Rivera. So a 3-ball count, first base unoccupied. Long hold here by Connie in the pitch. Ball 4, back-to-back 2-out walks. Called a strike. Nope, it wasn't. A little confusion there, but it's a 2-out base runner yet again here for Horner Park. And Lobel now is the hitter. His time is called. Coach Dave out there for Jones Prep. Give his lefty some encouragement here. He got 2 really quick outs. But has since struggled with the command, issuing back-to-back walks. And now a very similar spot here for Horner Park like we saw for Jones Prep in the top of the first. Let's see if they can capitalize and get some runs though. The meeting of the minds has adjourned. Creeping towards second as the first pitch comes in. And flail out there for strike 1. Oh, 1 home. Swinging a tapper towards third. Cholito charges. Throw across the diamond is not in time. He beat it out at first. And the inning will continue. Great hustle there down the line. And it's the first hit of the game for Horner Park, an infield single. Sometimes they don't ask you how far you hit it. It's about where you hit it. And right there, that time it worked out perfectly for Horner Park's favor. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Milani. Bases loaded. For him as that one's tapped foul. Nothing too nice play over there in that third base dugout. Elmwood Park product, shortstop and pitcher. Class of 2027. Up the 0-2 home. Another good block there from Alexander. Prevented any runners from taking an extra base in the first run from scoring. One-two home. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Nice job there from Connie to get out of that one. As no runs will come across for Jones Prep or for Horner Park in the first inning. We'll step aside for a moment. We're right back here on the Windy City Sports Network. Top two between Horner Park and Jones Prep. No score. As Rodriguez ready to work. First pitch fastball in there for a strike. Jack Clifford is the hitter. Playing second base for Jones Prep today. Strike two, he took it. Pitch down the middle. That's the 2026. Puts that one down and in. Rodriguez trying to get him to chase. Very versatile defender, though. He can play shortstop as well. 1-2. A hard ground ball to short on one hop. Fielded cleanly, the throw over in time for out number one. So now with one out, here comes the pitcher. Switch hitter, so he'll bat left here for the first at bat of his afternoon. He did a great job getting out of trouble. He got two flyouts. Induced the bases loaded before getting a big strikeout to win the frame. Brings that one downstairs for a ball. Gandhi, like I mentioned earlier in our broadcast, last week against Lincoln Park, 1 for 2 in the second game of that doubleheader, which included a single, a pair of stolen bases, and a run scored. 2-0. Misses high. It's 3 balls and no strikes. That one misses high. And it's ball 4. So now here's Hine. He's the left fielder today. And also pitch. Trying to have a productive AB here. Advance the runners. They check on Condi at first, and he's back in there standing. Rodriguez with a good move there. On the move, pitch is swung on and popped up. Left side, drift foul. On the move again, pitch swung and missed. Throw down to second base. Not in time. Great throw there from Diaz behind the dish. Condi swipes the bag. Two strike count, 1 away. Rodriguez fires. And the dirt good block there. The turf, I should say. All turf facility here at Kerrywood Cubs Field, including a turf mound as well. Cut on and missed, strike 3. First strikeout for Rodriguez this afternoon, and there's 2 gone. Here's Samuel Haruska. For that, though, time is called. Meeting on the mound over there for Horner Park. That's going to be the day. Rodriguez, new pitcher coming into the game for Horner Park. We'll take a break. We'll be right back. the move as we welcome you back. First pitch misses down and away. Ruska, the hitter, he's playing right field today.
You do that.
Runner on third now. Condi has stolen 2 bases yet again.
I said you do that.
This Jones prep team. Chop towards the right side. It's playable, and that will end the inning. So we're going to the bottom of the second. Still no score here on the Windy City Sports Network.
Another universe.
Welcome back, bottom of the second inning. We are now pleased to be joined by pitcher for the Chicago Cubs and the Cubs Nike RBI ambassador for this season, Jordan Wicks. Jordan, thanks so much for the time. Appreciate you coming on board and talking about your ambassadorship with Cubs Nike RBI. And I want to know, what's been your involvement so far with the program?
Yeah, it's been awesome. You know, we've gotten to do a lot of really cool events. You know, getting to meet a lot of the Cubs teams, a lot of the players, talking to a lot of them. You know, getting to be with them on the field at Wrigley when they got to go out there and you know, have their picture taken and stuff like that was a really cool event. And then, you know, getting to come out here and see, you know, such an awesome field and you know, some games out here is awesome.
And these are all high school players we're seeing unfold right now. So from your perspective, what was your experience playing baseball like when you were these young athletes' age right now?
Yeah, it was doing a lot of the similar things that they were, playing in tournaments during the summer, on fields like this, on, hot days out here in the summer, and, playing a lot of high school ball, and it was a lot of fun. It's awesome, just getting to be out here and see this. It honestly brings back a lot of memories.
And what makes, being involved and trying to grow the game, what about that means so much to you is now that you've reached the pinnacle of professional sports and professional baseball?
Yeah, for me, it's, I just try to, help kids and give them a lot of the things that I learned growing up, because I was fortunate enough to have a lot of people that helped me along the way. And so now I feel like, I've been in the position I'm in, I feel like, a lot of it is my responsibility to also give that back. And so for me, it's, hoping to help these kids and, whether it's, teach them something on the field, off the field, whatever it may be, I love that part.
And we'll miss us downstairs for a ball. I want to talk to you about, you were there alongside Luke Little at Family Day, back in May. They did the jersey presentation. What would have gone through your head if you were, a high school player getting that opportunity, get your jersey presented and you get to go on to Wrigley Field then afterwards as well?
Man, that would have been a moment I'd never forgotten, I can tell you that. And I hope it was a day that, those kids will never forget and they'll take a lot from, especially those families as well. One of the coolest moments for me, being in there was just, seeing all the parents' reactions, how proud they were of their kids, how, awesome it was for them to be there, which was really cool because, it shows you a lot of the stuff that we do has impact beyond just the players. You sit there and you get to see the look on the families' faces, you get to see, all the people involved, and it's such a cool thing to be a part of.
And for example, in this league that we're watching right here, obviously, the opportunity to play baseball for free, how important do you think that is also for growing the game itself, not just besides those opportunities of getting to go on the Wrigley Field, but these opportunities here where you're going to play competitive baseball and quality baseball for free to little cost?
Yeah, I mean, it's so important because baseball is an expensive sport. It is. Growing up, there's a lot of, gear that goes into it. There's a lot of elements to it, and so to be able to, limit some of that cost and make it more affordable is huge for, growing the aspects of the game to all people who want.
I want to talk to you also about your time you spent over at Lakeview High School. You went back and visited a French class there in January. From your perspective as well, what did that experience like for you, and why is it so important to reach out to the community beyond just helping the next generation of athletes?
Yeah, it's huge because, it shows that, not just trying to help kids who play baseball on the baseball field, strictly in that element, in all aspects of life. And so, being able to, go into a class, even a French class, something I know very little about, it was really cool just to be able to see that different side of kids' days, their days at the school, and it's also cool to see that different aspect of Chicago because, you may not see a whole lot of that if you don't get involved.
So, how many years of French did you take in high school? You said you knew very little.
I actually lived in London when I was a kid.
Really?
Yeah, and for about 4 months, and I took French while I was over there for a semester. I was about 9 years old. Don't remember a lick.
Don't remember a lick. I also have to ask you, right now we're watching a 0-0 game here. There's a possible pickoff play, not executed in time, safe there at second base. I feel like you brought the pitching duel vibes here. It's a very low-scoring game. What is your biggest piece of advice to all the young pitchers out there who might be watching this?
Yeah, man, it's just the biggest thing is have fun, fill up the strike zone, and make things happen. That's one of the things that's the toughest to learn for a lot of these kids is how to consistently throw strikes, and it's one of the most important. There's a lot of emphasis on velocity these days, and that's great and everything, and realistically, it doesn't do you a whole lot of good if it's not in the zone. So the big thing is filling up the zone and all that sort of stuff.
Talking right now with Jordan Wicks. He's the Cubs Nike RBI ambassador for the year. Also involved with Cubs charities. That time you spent at the Cubs convention meeting fans. What about this fan base makes Cub fans and being a part of those events so special?
Man, it's unbelievable. Some of the nicest people most outgoing, love to talk to you about anything, you know, Cubs, anything about baseball. So just being able to, you know, go out there and connect with them in an aspect that's not just about the game. So being able to, you know, talk to them off the field is so cool because, you know, you get to hear stories about how, you know, their grandfather brought their dad to Wrigley, who now brings them, who, I mean, you run into these people who it just stems generations. And the stories you get to hear are just so incredible with, you know, just the different aspects of life. I mean, I run into people all over the country, whether I'm in Arizona or whatever, and they're like, oh, I moved from Chicago. I lived there, you know, 10 years growing up. Used to go to Wrigley all the time. And so it's, you know, Cub fans are truly nationwide. They're all over the place, and they show up whenever we travel, that's for sure.
A lot of these athletes out here are part of the Cubs Nike RBI All-Stars. They'll be competing at the regional tournament in July to compete for the RBI World Series. The biggest thing they talked about was the opportunity to compete with the name of their city, their hometown, across their chest. Now, if you were in the mindset of those young athletes, how do you handle those emotions of, you know, handling the weight of a major city like Chicago when you're trying to compete for a trip to a World Series, even if it's not the Major League World Series, it's still a World Series nonetheless?
Man, enjoy it, man. Those are those moments that really, you know, you don't get a whole lot of them. And you know, it's a rare opportunity, and it's an outstanding opportunity for a lot of these kids. And so just enjoy every second of it. Get to go out there with your city across your chest, wear it with a lot of pride, and just go out there and have fun. Go out there, compete, have fun, playing with your friends. Those are some of the best memories I had growing up, was playing baseball with kids I grew up with, and you know, some of the most fun I had on a baseball field.
You're here for a little bit. You're going to get a chance to talk to a lot of these young athletes, both on baseball and the softball side. The sport of softball has grown so much, and we've talked a lot about baseball. Why do you think the growth of softball has changed so much over the last couple of years, and why do you think it's important to be involved not just on the baseball side of growing the game, but softball as well?
Man, I think a lot of what's been awesome for softball, especially, is, you know, just the publicity the Women's College World Series gets in college softball. I think that has blown up. It's a lot of fun to watch. Gets a lot of attention, and you know, when they make it that easy to watch and see how exciting it is, it gets exciting for a lot of young girls, which is outstanding to see. Because that's how you grow the game. You know, you get kids in front of it, and the kids love to see it. They love to watch it. And whenever they see people they look up to, they're like, you know, I want to be like that person. I want to play softball.
That's strike three, and that's the end. Jordan, thank you so much for the time. We appreciate it. Have fun with everyone the rest of the day.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
We'll be right back after this. back. TJ Dumas, the extra hitter, took that one outside for a ball. Porter immediately comes back and gets a strike there. 1 ball, 1 strike, no score here at the top of the third. Our thanks again to Jordan Wicks of the Chicago Cubs for stopping by and talking about his involvement as the new Cubs Nike RBI ambassador for the season. 2-1. Overall, Cubs Nike RBI All-Stars supports athletes both on and off the field as Dumas ends up coming back and working a walk to lead off the inning. Over at the top here on Cincinnati. More than 9,000 players have participated in Cubs Nike RBI free of charge. All part of the mission to help grow the game of baseball and softball across the country to athletes everywhere at little to no cost. Cincinnati flew out to center field to lead off the ball game. He stands in for the second time. And one misses for ball 1. That one misses away. 1 ball, 1 strike, the count. We'll enter with you here at the Kerry Cubs Field. First of 2 games today here on the Windy City Sports Network. One to count now. Dumas on first. Pitch home. Upstairs, and the first 2 men have reached base. Cincinnati flings the bat as he trots on up to first. First 2 men have reached via a free pass here in the visitors' 3rd inning. Reminder, it's a 2-hour game. We're approaching the hour mark here. We did start about roughly 5 minutes early, 11:55 local time. Still got about an hour or so left. First pitch fastball taken by Toledo for strike 1. That one's laced back up the middle and through for a base hit. Dumas gets the stop sign at third, and the bases are loaded. Nice piece of hitting there by Toledo. And now Jones prep as their first runner on third base today. First bases loaded situation for them as well. This is high for a ball. So it's 1-0. Alexander, he's the catcher. Worked a walk back in the first inning. One-0. 2-0. Ryder having trouble finding the strike zone right now. the count now. Check that. That's actually ball 4, so that will walk in. The first run of the game. Bases loaded walk for Alexander. Give him the RBI. And it's 1-0 Jones Prep. And there's still no one out here in the top of the third, and that's going to be it for the right-hander. So we'll take another break. 1-0 Jones Prep on top here on the Windy City Sports Network. Top 3, bases loaded, 1-0. New pitcher into the game as Wickersley takes that one downstairs for a ball. He flew out to left field back in the first inning. His long trip to the dish today. Jones Prep took the early lead off a bases loaded walk. Jones cracked the foul to the right side. It's 1-1. Third different pitcher to be used today by Horner Park here in this one. Are you ready? The 1-1. 1-2. Good pitch on the outside corner. Swing and a miss, strike 3 on the outside corner. It was a fastball as Wickersley is retired for the third time. And there's one gone here in the inning, big time. As Kajawa will come on up for his second go-around. Struck out looking to end the first inning. Bases loaded. Jones Prep trying to increase their lead. Downstairs for a ball. 1-0. Cracked back up the middle. The shortstop makes the play at second on to first. He got him. Great double play. 6 unassisted, 3 to end the frame, and they limit the damage to 1. Nice job there out at short. We're going to the bottom of the third. 1-0 Jones Prep here on the Windy City Sports Network. third inning here from Kerrywood Cubs field. As swinging and missing is Diaz at the first pitch. He's the 11th and final hitter in this lineup. 0-2. And strike three he calls. So a quick first out there. And I'll bring up the top of the order in Justice Hernandez. Jones Prep got their one run off a bases loaded walk in the top half of this inning, but they left them nearly loaded. An inning-ending 6-3 double play ended the bases loaded threat. One out of the top of the order, man cut on and miss. Yeah, Rico Sleuth comes over from first base to the mound. First baseman to the game as well, as Connie's day is done after 2 shutout frames. Reminder, stay tuned for game 2 of our doubleheader featuring the WC Wildcats and Von Steuben. Starting at roughly 2 o'clock Central Time right here on the Windy City Sports Network. 2-2. Off the end of the bat, down the right field line, but it lands in foul ground.
Oh, I can't throw that. Oh, yeah.
Reminder, no softball games tomorrow. Windy City Sports Network. No softball games across the Cubs Nike RBI Summer League. Into the federal holiday being celebrated tomorrow. Off the end of the bat, pop foul again to the first base side. Two. Hernandez off the end of the bat, weak roller to third. Toledo charges across the diamond, 2 gone. Hernandez did a good job battling, but he loses that one eventually. And now Munoz tries to keep the inning alive for Horner Park. Fastball, strike 1 taken. Munoz flew out to center field back in the first inning. That's his only plate appearance on the game. Skipped in there to even out the count. Jones, Pratt trying to get above 500. They're 1-1-1 entering this one. That's foul off of first.
What are you going to do for your birthday?
So 1 ball, 2 strikes the count.
Oh, that's right. Oh, it's today your birthday? Yeah.
2 outs here in the frame.
I'll tell you again later.
Munoz trying to keep it alive for Horner Park. 1-2. Weak tapper off the end of the bat as well. Cincinnati charges. They're on the run in time. 3 up, 3 down goes Horner Park. We're going to the 4th. 1-0 Jones Prep here on the Windy City Sports Network. Top four. Still 1-0 Jones Prep. Good pitcher's duel unraveling here. I think we can credit Jordan Wicks for that. Major league pitcher shows up. Everyone out there on the bump starts shoving. That one's fouled off of Clifford. Ran out to short his lone trip up. One. Clifford got underneath and skies this to the left side of the infield. Who wants it? He does. 1 out. We'll bring up Jack County. Switch hitter will bat from the left side again. Worked a walk, stole a couple of bases, but was stranded at third in the second. First pitch. That one misses up and away. Right-hander warming up in both teams' bullpens right now as the 1-0 is off the end of the bat and fouled off to the third base side. Off the corner. Johnny, a very disciplined hitter at the plate. You don't see him chasing a lot. A lot of his total bases have come via walks this summer. 2-1. 3 balls and a strike. And 5 holes. The catcher. Michael Hine on deck for Jones Prep. Team trying to increase their 1-run lead, give them some insurance. And we're in navy blue, Horner Park in the Carolina blue. 3-1. Ball 4, County's aboard for the second time via base on balls. On the move, first pitch, fouled off. Hines struck out swinging his lone time up in the second. That was against the starter, Rodriguez for Horner Park. And move again, 0-1 on the ground to third. Only plays the long way around at first. Connie's now breaking for 3. Throw across. He got him. A 6-3-5 inning-ending double play. And that eliminates the 1-out walk. We're going to the bottom of the 4th. It's 1-0 Jones Prep still here on the Windy City Sports Network. Bottom of the fourth is upon us. It's still 1-0 Jones Prep. And a first pitch fastball is taken for a strike by Lucas Rivera. 3-4-5 due up for the team in Carolina Blue. Trying to tie this game up. That one's hit hard to short, backhanded by Cincinnati. Throw off his back foot in plenty of time. Beautiful play there at short. He's made 2 really difficult plays consecutively in a row. Look really easy out there at short. And a great play, a slow roller that he made on the run through a strike while his momentum was carrying him away from first base towards home. And that one right there, the long throw off his back foot. Piper takes that one for a ball. 1-0. Hey, Weaker Sloof just misses off the corner. Joe in there for a strike. Piper worked to walk his lone trip to the dish. He tips that one into the mid of Alexander to make it 2-2. Good leave there by the baseman. As that one misses down in the turf, and the count goes full. Cut on it, and strike 3. He goes high cheese, and Piper's down on strikes, and there are 2 away here in the fourth. Chandler Lavelle tries to keep the inning alive. Horner Park, no runs on 1 hit right now. That came all the way back in by the man at the dish in inning number 1. No one has reached base since Elias Diaz back in the bottom of the 2nd inning for Horner Park. Flails out and just got a piece of it. One and 1 count. And the line to the righty fires. Tipped it again. He was way out in front of the slow breaking ball. That's what happens. Young product. Underclassmen in high school. It's going to happen from time to time. 1-2. Got him swinging another slow breaking ball down and away, and he bit at it. Back-to-back strikeouts in the frame. It's another scoreless inning for this Jones Prep defense. We go to the 5th, still 1-0. Stay with us on the Windy City Sports Network. First pitch fastball taken there by Haruska for strike one. 9-10 in the top of the order for Jones Prep here in the fifth. And it's 0-2. Out to first is Lone and trip up to the dish. Came back in the second inning. Chopped right back to the mound on a slow breaking ball, and the play is made for out number one. Nice little use of PFPs right there. Quality read it off the bat perfectly. Couple of steps over, and then the soft flip to first. Skips in there to TJ Dumas, the extra hitter. Top of the order on deck for Jones Prep in Cincinnati. Dumas worked a walk and has scored the game's only run. And he goes up 2-0. Look at the discipline right there, shaking his head saying, nope, I saw it all the way. He knew that was going to be high. And wind up to 2-0. 3 balls and no strikes. Curve drops off the table and into the zone for a strike.
Oh my goodness.
3-2 on a fastball. Nice job working back into this at bat. Dumas asking for where it was. I believe he's asking for whether there's a swing or not. 3-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Dumas may have gotten a piece of it. Diaz holds on to complete the K. So 2 gone now here at the top of the fifth as Cincinnati gets ready for his third trip to the dish. 0-for-1 with a walk today. He's made a couple of fine plays defensively out there in the field. First pitch. Slow curve and therefore a strike. So fly out back in inning number 1. And walk in the third. He was stranded at third. Curveball bounces off the mask of the catcher. It's 1-1. Ball 1. 2-1 now. And then to challenge the strike zone. Jones Prep. Dave and company would love to expand that lead. Only up by 1. However, the pitching staff has looked superb. As that one gets in there, and it's 2-2. Normal alignment defensively for Horner Park. And one line and caught at third to end the inning. So we'll go to the bottom of the fifth. First 3 up, 3 down inning of the game for Horner Park's pitching staff. And still 1-0 Jones Prep. bottom of the 5th inning is upon us, and the first pitch is tap foul. Lobby. 0 for 1 off a strikeout today. Came back to end the bottom of the 1st inning. It's been a slow day offensively for Hornet Park. As you can see, no runs. They've only had 1 hit. It came way back in the 1st inning. Great curveball, nothing, 2. They got the lean right out of it. Oh, misses away. That's it. He's able to execute that. That's one of the best sequences you'll see from a young pitcher, to go curveball up and in for a strike, and then to go fastball low and away. It expands the hitter's zone so much they don't know what to do with it. But there he expands the zone himself and cuts and misses at an upstairs breaking ball for strike 3. 3 consecutive strikeouts. Renee Winkersloot out there on the bump. And he is yet to allow a base runner. 4 Ks for him. They're now 2 1/3 on that bump in relief. High and tight, but a strike called to Diaz. Off the end of that, he pops this one up. First base side, out of play. Two strike pitch on the way. Slow curve taken, strike 3 called. 4 consecutive Ks. And there's 2 gone here in the inning. So now here's Peter Hernandez III. Fastball taken for a strike. Hernandez III, 0 for 1, looking strikeout in the 2nd. 0-1. A little bit inside. Evens out the count. High fly ball deep down the right field line, giving chase but unable to make the play as Haruska that one sails out of play. So the count goes to 1-2. Right hand ready to pitch. Just missed off the corner. Gutsy take there from Hernandez. A lot of people in the ballpark thought that was going to be rung up for strike 3. He wasn't. That time he will be. Curve on the outside corner. Hernandez shares a smile at the home plate umpire. We go to the 6th inning. It's 1-0 Jones Prep. Top of inning number 6. Jones Prep 3 outs away defensively, but they'll get some more insurance runs as the first 2 pitches were taken by Toledo for strikes 1 and 2. Toledo, Alexander, DeWickersloop out there due up for Jones Prep. So curve backs up on him. The count goes to 1 and 2. Ready, the pitch. Called. Strike 3 on a fastball. So 1 gone now, and here's Alexander. Two walks on the game, which included a RBI walk back in the 3rd inning. So he strolled in the game's only run. First pitch. Fastball taken for a strike. It's 0-1. Alexander's done a great job behind the dish today for Jones Prep, as he flares this one in a short right center and down for a base hit. Just the 3rd hit of the game for Jones Prep. First one for their backstop, and there's a 1-out base runner. Runner first, Kajawa comes on up now. 0 for 2 performance for him today on the scorecard. Looking strikeout in the first, ground out to short to end the 3rd. Ground out to short was a 6-3 inning double play. 1 strike count, 1 out. Slightly off first for Alexander. He's on the move as the pitch is taken for a strike. Throw down to second base. Bounces away from the middle infielders and into center field, but Alexander will pump the brakes at second. So a successful stolen base for him. The count moves to 2 strikes now. Pitcher standing on deck. 0-2. And is caught back at the mound for route number 2. A soft line drive or a weak pop out. You can have your pick there of whichever one you want to call it if you're scoring at home. But either way, it's out number 2, and that'll bring up now DeWickersloop with 2 outs to the runner in scoring position. First off around the way. Runs high and tight. Nine, 10, 11th in the top of the order for Jones Prep, or for Horner Park, excuse me, in the 6th. That is fouled off. Alexander would have stolen that base easily had there not been contact. Ball 1. Pass ball, some run upstairs. And it's 2-1. Monson Rodriguez Diaz for Horner Park. That's in the bottom half of this inning. They're not away from it. Now a strike away from it, too. My hander ready. First base side of the rubber, runner on the move. The 2-2 swing and a miss, strike 3. Upstairs, he blew it right by him. And that will end the frame. So we'll go to the bottom of the 6th. Last chance for Horner Park here on the Windy City Sports Network. We're in the bottom of the 6th. Final chances here for Horner Park in this one. As Jones Prep trying to keep the shutoff going. Strike one taken there by Devin Monson. Fastball on the outside corner. Monson goes down 0-2. He grounded out to first back in inning number 2. That's his lone trip at the dish so far in this one. 0-1. On a miss. That's strike 3. And there's one gone. By the way, now that's 6 consecutive strikeouts for Jones Prep pitchers. Horner Park hasn't put a ball in play since the leadoff guy in the bottom of the 4th inning. That was Lucas Rivera. Here's Rodriguez. He was the starter today on the bump, and he cuts and misses for strike 1. One. Misses high. It's 1-1. That one's laced into short center and down for a hit. Just the 2nd hit of the game for Horner Park. And breaks up the consecutive strikeout streak that the Jones Prep staff had going. Now Diaz comes up with 1 out and a runner on first base. Ground ball could end the game, depending on defensive prowess of this Jones Prep team. Cincinnati and Clifford playing double play up the middle as that fastball misses down and away. Strike 1. Just off the plate, Alexander trying its best to frame it. Two one. Flared and fouled off the metal sheeting here atop the grandstand at Kerry Cubs Field. There we go. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Pitch home. Down and away. Good take there from Diaz. This is Hernandez on deck. He represents the top of the order. Diaz trying to flip the line of card over with multiple men in scoring position rather than just the one. 3-2. Ball 4. So the tying run moves on to second. The winning run now stands out first. As here comes the top of the order for Horner Park. As we have a brief stoppage here. One out. Cut on a miss there for a strike. Hernandez 0 for 2. Mentioned a couple moments ago. Flew out to center field to lead off the offensive day for Horner Park. Down and away. Now the problem is they have both runners caught up. Someone has to get back to their respective bases. It'll be Diaz who races down there and he gets back to first safely. Rodriguez had faked the steal to third, pumped the brakes trying to draw a throw, but he pump faked his own teammate, and Diaz was nearly to second base and somehow was able to slide back into first. So 2-1 is the count. 1 out, runners on first and second. Popped up out of play. It's 2-2. Righty ready to pitch. Fouled off. And is doing a great job fouling off some pitches, trying to stay alive. Another 2-2. Down and away. That's full. They do have a base open. Interesting to see if they really want to walk that hitter or not. That one misses away, ball 4. And so now the bases are full. So Jeremy Munoz. Will be the new hitter. Munoz today 0 for 2, but he's got the game's tying run on third and the winning run on second. We're in the bottom of the 6th inning. Strike call. Only 1 out here in this inning. Warner Park has as many hits this inning as they did in the game coming into this frame. That's popped foul, 0-2. Their lone hit prior to the 1-out single by Rodriguez was a 2-out single by Chandler Bell back in the bottom of the 1st inning. 2-strike count. Here's the pitch. Pop foul, he stays alive. Oh, 2 again. And tight and low as well. Nice job. Munoz being disciplined. Sometimes you see some guys trying to swing out of their shoes to end this ball game. Right fielder Harska not playing near the foul line. 1-2. Upstairs. So if Munoz is able to pull on down the line, that will likely end the game. Two. Strike 3 called. Fastball on the inside corner, and there's 2 away. And it comes down to Lucas Rivera. Rivera walked back in the 1st, grounded out to short in the 4th. And one misses high. Tying run still on 3rd, winning run still on 2nd. A run just for fun on 1st. 1-0. 2-0 on a fastball that misses above the letters. Good competitive game here. We see so many of these week in and week out here in the Cubs Nike RBI High School Summer League. 2-0. 3-0. Tying run, one ball away from coming in across. Snap throw back to first, and he throws it away. In to score comes the game's tying run, and Rodriguez throw to third, not in time. An errant pickoff attempt leads to Horner Park tying the game at 1 apiece. So now the winning run is on third. Fastball taken for a strike. Rivera can now play the hero. 2-0. That's up the middle and through. And that will do it. Horner Park walks it off. 2-1 is the final, as Lucas Rivera comes through with an RBI single in the bottom of the 6th inning to win the game 2-1. What a great game that was. Low scoring pitchers duel. And some last minute theatrics from this Horner Park team to walk it off and win it. 2-1 is the final. Congrats to Lucas Rivera for the walk-off single. That's going to do it for us. Our thanks again for all of you watching at home, and for the Cubs organization for allowing us to get a chance to talk to Jordan Wicks today, the Cubs Nike RBI ambassador. For everyone here at the Windy City Sports Network, I'm Kevin Malander saying so long from Kerry Cubs Field. Coming up next at 2 o'clock local time, Von Steuben and the WC Wildcats. We'll talk to you then on the Windy City Sports Network.